Good morning, year three. How are you? I hope that you are all fine. Today's session or today's video, it's about how you're gonna do your project. What is it about also? What is its name? How you're gonna do it? What are the steps? How you're gonna take your full mark? Okay. So this is the video to show you what is your project. Okay, first of all, what is your project or what is the name of your project? The name of your project, it's called What are the simple machines using push and pull? You will understand everything and I will go with you step by step to let you understand again. So, what is the title? What are simple machines using push and pull? Okay, first of all, we have taken before that there is something called forces, and the forces or the force, it's the power. Okay, and there are two types of it, the push or pull. I said to you that you are pulling something to your side and pushing it against your side. So you're doing an effort, you're doing a force. So push and pull, they are kinds of forces, they are kinds of power. Okay, so this is the first thing I want you to know, I want you to revise it. Second, what does it mean by the simple machines? I told you the title is called What are Simple Machines Using Push and Pull? We understood together from the lesson of the force, what does it mean by push and pull? So it's a kind of force, you're pushing against yourself or against your side, and you are pulling to your side. Now we are going to come, what does it mean by simple machine? What does it mean by a simple machine? It's a kind of a tool that helps people to do work. It makes the job easier to do. So it's a kind of a machine. It's very simple. So it's a machine which is very simple. I don't want compound machine, and I will let you understand what does mean by this. I want just a simple machine. There are simple machines and there are compound machines. What is the difference between them? For example, the nutcracker. We are considering the nutcracker as a tool, right? You are making the nuts with it. You are cracking the nuts with it, right? So as to eat it. So it's a simple machine. Is it a compound machine? Is it a very difficult machine for you to understand? No, they are just like two hands, and you put the nut between the two hands, and then you crack it so as to eat the nut without its shell, right? So I'm talking in your project about this simple machine. It's a machine, it's a tool that helps people to do something, to do work, and it's making you their job easier. As I'm giving you the example of the nutcracker, it's a very simple tool which is using push and pull. How? When you, and I will let you understand it more, when you are putting the nut between the two hands of the nutcracker, what are you doing? You are pushing, right? You're pushing the two hands on the nut so as to crack it, right? So you are doing a force, you're doing a power, right? So again, I'm talking in your project about what are simple machines using push and pull. We understood what does it mean by push and pull. They are a kind of force, okay? And what are the simple machines? They are simple tools that makes the job easy, that helps people to do work or to do something they want to do it, okay? Okay, there are many kinds of simple machines. How? They are like the lever, and we are going to understand everything before you're gonna do your project, and I will tell you what are the steps, what I want from you, what everything. Lever. Number 2, inclined plane. 3, the screw. 4, wheel axle. 5, the wedge, and 6 is the pull. Okay, first of all, the lever. From its name, that it has a lever. So it's a bar that moves around a fixed point. Can you see a point? Can you see this point? It's the bar which is moving around this fixed point. Like what? The lever in our daily life, it's like the scissor, right? It's like the seesaw. It's like the nutcracker. I'm giving you the example. It's like the pair of the tongs. It's like the fishing rod. It's like the wheelbarrow. So all of those simple machines, they are kinds of levers. Okay, when you are going to understand what does it mean by simple machine, you will understand how does it work. For example, this seesaw, when you are sliding, oh sorry, when you are playing with a seesaw with your friend, someone is pushing, someone is pulling, right? This nutcracker, you are pushing, right, so as to crack your nut. The wheelbarrow, for example, what are you doing? You are doing what? Pushing or pulling it? You are pushing it. The fishing rod, what are you doing? You are pulling the string when you have taken the fish to your side, right? So every example of those, they are using push and pull force. And this is what I want you to understand. So again, we talked about what does it mean by push and pull. What does it mean by simple machines? And we said that simple machines, they are 6 types. The first type, it's called the lever. And the lever has many examples of our daily life, like the scissors, like the seesaw, the nutcracker, the wheelbarrow, the pair of the tongs, and fishing rods. All of those examples, they are examples of the lever. And the lever, it's a type of the simple machine. Okay? And all of those examples, they are using push and pull force. Okay? The second type is the pulley. Pulley, it's another example or another type of the simple machine. What does mean by a pulley? It's just a rope, as you can see, it's just a rope that it's over a wheel. Like what in our daily life? Like the elevator. Most of us, we're having elevators at home, right? So the elevator, it's using the pulley. This is the rope and it's moving around the wheel, right? So this is a pulley. For example, the well wheel. Also, there is a rope over the basket. I'm very sorry. Over the basket, and then you are doing what? Pushing or pulling? The two things, right? You are doing both forces so as to get water, or you're going to get it out or inside the well, right? Also, the flagpole, it's using the pulley. You are pushing the flag or you are pulling it. Okay, so again, we talked about push and pull forces. Then we talked about simple machines. They are simple tools to make our lives easier. Okay, we took 2 types from it, like the lever, and those were the examples of the levers in our daily life. And we took the second thing is the pulley, and those are the examples of the pulleys in our daily life: the elevator, the well wheel, the flagpole. Those are machines, but those are compound machines. They are not simple ones. Okay, simple, I told you that you don't have, it's not difficult for you to understand it. It's just you are seeing like the pulley, you are seeing the rope over the wheel. Okay, okay. The third type of the simple machine is the wheel and axle. Like what? Like the bicycle. Can you see the bicycle? It's what? It's a wheel and an axle. Can you see? This is the axle and the wheel. It's moving around this axle. Okay. The fourth type is the inclined plane. What does it mean by an inclined plane? Can you see it? Okay. This is just a flat surface. Okay. And it's having an angle. I don't want this definition. I just want you to understand. It's a surface which is inclined. Can you see this person? He's doing what? He is pushing the barrel, right, from down to up to bring it up. Also, this person, he's doing what? He's pushing the barrel to bring it up. And sometimes we are pushing the barrel in the opposite side, right? Pushing or pulling? Yes, pushing the barrel in the opposite side so as to move down. Okay, so the inclined plane, it's just a flat surface so as to help you to bring the things from down to up or from up to down. Like what in our daily life, like we said, this is a flat surface. For example, he is playing with a stone. For example, this person, he is doing what? He's pushing the things to bring it up. For example, the ones who are on the wheelchairs, they are doing what? They are moving on the inclined planes to get up in whatever the place they want to go. And for example, also the slides. The slides, it's a kind of an inclined plane. So again, year 3. We have talked about push and pull force. What are simple machines? They are simple tools for people to do work, to make their work easier, to make their lives easier. And there are 6 types. We have taken the lever, the inclined plane, and the pulley, and the wheel and axle. The lever is just a bar that's moving around the fixed point. This is what I want you to know. Bar moving around the fixed point. Like what in our daily lives? Like the scissors, seesaw, nutcracker, wheelbarrow, pair of tongs, and fishing rods. Each one of them, it's using push and pull force. Okay? The second type of the simple machine is the pulley. What does mean by a pulley? It's a rope over a wheel. Rope over a wheel. What are the examples of our daily lives using the pulley simple machine? Like the elevator, like the well wheel, like the flagpole and the crane and the movable clothesline. Okay? The third type of simple machines, it's called wheel and axle. Like what in our daily life? Like the bicycle. What does mean by this? It's just a rod, the axle, and the wheel moving around. Okay? The fourth type of a simple machine is the inclined plane. It's just a flat surface that it having an angle down so as to make the surface inclined. You are using push and pull force in this inclined plane. Like what? Like the slides. Like someone getting something up, lifting something up. The wheelchairs, either to go up to wherever the place they want to go, or to go down to, for example, to go home. Okay? The fifth type of the simple machine, it's called the wedge. What does mean by a wedge? The wedge, they are just 2 inclined planes. They are back to back. Like what? Like this axe. Can you see? This is an inclined plane, and the other side, it's an inclined plane, and they are back to back. This is the wedge. All of what I want you to know. 2 inclined planes back to back. This is the side, and this is the other side. Both of them, they are 2 inclined planes, and they are back to each other. Okay? Like what in our daily lives? Like the air hammer. Can you see the inclined planes? Here is one side, and from the other side. Here is the one side and here is the other side. Here is one side and the other side. So all of those, they are wedges. Like our teeth. This is the side of one inclined plane, and this is the another side of the inclined plane, so they are making a wedge. Also the knives, the axe, all of those, they are examples of wedges. Okay? The last type of the simple machines, they are the screw. Of course, we are knowing the screw. It's an inclined plane winding around it. Okay, so we have finished now. What does it mean by forces, which is push and pull? Simple machines, it's just a tool that helps people to do work. It makes their lives easier. Those are the simple machines: lever, inclined plane, screw, wheel and axle, wedge, and the pulley. Each one of them has examples in our daily life. And this example, it's using the push and pull force. As the scissor, it's a kind of lever and it's using push and pull. As the well wheel, it's a kind of pulley and it's using push and pull. Like the inclined plane, for example, the slide, you are doing what? You are pushing yourself down the slide so as to go down. So it's using push and pull. The wedge, what, for example, our teeth, you are pushing your food under your teeth so as to eat. And also the knife, you are doing what? Push and pull. Okay? So every simple machine, it's using push and pull force. What are you going to do in your project? I explain to you now what does it mean by push and pull and the simple machines. What are you going to do? First of all, you will do a research. I want you to make a research on what? On a Word file. Okay, so you will research on the internet. You will search for what I have said. What does it mean by push and pull? First of all, you will write it in your Word. Number two, what does it mean by simple machine? What are the simple machines? What are their examples? What are their types? And I told you, I helped you. Okay, so again, first of all, you will search on the internet thoroughly. I want you to understand. I don't want you just to write words. I don't want you just to copy paste. No, I want you to understand every single word you are writing on your research Word file. First of all, you will, when you get your Word file, you will write for me what does it mean by push and pull. Second, you will write for me what are those simple machines. What does it mean by a simple machine, and what are the examples of the simple machines? What are the 6 types? Number 3, you will choose the simple machines that they are using push and pull. For example, after you wrote the 6 examples, you will tell me, oh, those are the simple machines using push and pull. For example, you will choose the seesaw. You will tell me, I chose the seesaw. So it's a kind of a lever of the simple machines, okay, using push and pull. Another time, you will tell me, I chose the fishing rod. So the fishing rod, it's an example of pulley. So the pulley, it's a simple machine using what you are doing, what, pushing or pulling it. You are pulling the fishing rod. Okay, so after you write what are the simple machines, you will choose the examples, and you must write what is the name of the example, what is it, its type, either lever, pulley, inclined plane, wedge. From the 6 types, you will choose them. Number 4, in your research, I want you to label the pictures. For example, you have chosen the seesaw. You will tell me where is the push force and where is the pull force. For example, you will choose another time the fishing rod. Where is the pull force? You will write for me, okay, and with an arrow, it's a pull force. Okay, after all of this, as I told you from the beginning, the Word file must having all of this info. Again, year 3, so as not to be mixed up or so as not to be distracted. What I want you to do in your project, I just want you to search on the internet. You will Google on the internet. Okay, what are you gonna do? You will do a research on a Word file. After you open your Word file, it's blank. I want you to fill it from your understanding. The first thing you are going to write, what does it mean by push and pull? The second thing, what does it mean by a simple machine, and what are the 6 types? Briefly, I just wanted briefly. I don't want you to write paragraphs. No, briefly with understanding, this is perfect for me. The third thing, I want you to choose the simple machines that is using push and pull, and write me the name and the example. The name of the simple machine and the example. Again, you are choosing the scissor. The scissor, it's a kind of lever of simple machines using push and pull. I gave you the example. Okay. Number 4, you are going to label the pictures. For example, you chose the scissor. You will write for me where is the push and where is the pull. And I want examples. Not, you are not going to give me 1 example or 2. I want examples, at least 4, 5, 6. Okay, I don't want just 1 or 2. No, I want to see that you understood what are you doing, what are the simple machines using push and pull. Okay, how am I going to give you the marks? Either 5 of 5 or 3 out of 5 or 1 out of 5. How? First of all, about the submission date. if you gave me your project on due date, on the date of the submission time, you will take 5 out of 5. If you submitted or gave it to me, your project, one day after your due date, you will take 3. If you submitted or gave me your project after 2 days after your due date, so you will take 1. The second thing about the content, how you will take 5 when you write all of the info I said. What does it mean by push and pull? What are the simple machines? How are those simple machines using push and pull? And you are writing the examples and everything, and the pictures labeled. Like this, you will take the 5. Who will take the 3? The ones who wrote some of those. For example, he chose what does mean by push and pull, and he wrote the simple machines, but he forgot the examples. I'm sorry to give you the 3. Or he forgot to write the pictures and label them. So I'm sorry to give you 3. Who is going to take 1 when he doesn't write anything of this, or he write it wrong, and he doesn't understand what he has written, so he will take 1. Okay, the last thing is the presentation. How I want your word to be neat, clean, organized. The titles, they are bold and they are having a perfect font, and all of the word, it's having the same font. Not a word with very big and word very small and word which is an italic and word. No, I want it neat and clean and organized. The titles, they are bold and they are just in a, for example, just a little bit bigger, and then the paragraphs, they are having a medium sized word. So I want your word document to be perfect, so you will take 5. The ones who are going to make some of those, the word is not organized, for example, or the titles, they are not clear from the paragraphs, or they are not having the same font, so I'm sorry to give you 3. If someone doesn't do anything, the word is not organized, and the titles, they are not clear, and the paragraphs, they are not clear, and each paragraph or each word is having a font, so I'm sorry to give you 1. Okay, I hope that you understand everything about your project. Okay, if you are having any questions, just send it to me on your Google Classroom. I will answer it directly. Please don't begin in your project while not understanding a part. Please send me the project when you understand everything. Send to me any questions if you are missing a part, and I will answer you before you start, so as not to repeat anything from the beginning. Okay, thank you so much and have a nice day, and I hope, and I'm surely, and I'm truly trusting you that you are gonna be doing perfect research. Thank you so much.